Hello, friends. I am Chevy. Welcome to my shed. How are you today? How's life in your world? How's things where you are? I hope it's fantastic. Everything here is great. Actually, everything here is wonderful. Except for this. The kit that I showed yesterday, I actually said I thought I ordered the non-PCB version. I did not. I ordered the PCB version. I did not get a PCB. So I now have to go through the process. Because this is like a direct ship from China product, I can't just return it to Amazon. I have to go through basically some form of arbitration with the seller, and I'm waiting on them to respond, and whatever. I just need a PCB. If I had one, I'd start working on the kit. Somebody asked if when I get this complete, if we'll get a demo of it. Yes. And you know what? I honestly been thinking I will probably film the process of building this little thing. It shouldn't take more than a couple of hours. I mean, it really shouldn't take that long, but I'm probably going to make it pretty, and we have like a vinyl cutter, so I'll make nice stickers for the case, and this case is really kind of roughly sanded, so I'll probably do a better job of sanding it and prime it and paint it and make it look pretty. I'll do something extra, and then we'll do a thing. Anyway, today was I'm extremely grateful right now, and I've realized, I think I'm very happy. I know I'm very happy, and I hear from quite a few people that they're extremely happy to see me happy, because they've seen me be unhappy for most of my adult life, and to see me be happy is a good change, and I appreciate that feedback. Thank you all for giving that feedback. But I've been having a lot of gratitude about just kind of how great my life is right now. I don't really have a way of explaining it, because, and here's the thing, I don't feel fulfilled right now. I haven't felt fulfilled in years. It's hard to articulate. I don't feel artistically fulfilled. I don't feel challenged at work. I don't feel fulfilled in that capacity. Something that I've been striving for my entire life is artistic fulfillment. It's creative fulfillment, and I don't have that in my life. And I haven't had that in my life this whole year. I've done almost nothing creative this entire year, but I feel so happy, right? And I feel like, have I been chasing some sort of, maybe I've been chasing the wrong thing. Maybe I thought that art and creativity and that was the thing that I needed to pursue, and maybe that's not the case. I've been on this path since Malia's come into my life. So she's been around 6 years now. Since she's come into my life, she's spent quite a while trying to get me to just take it easy, slow down, take things slow, take it easy. Like, you don't have to rush. Like, let's just... And it's taken me a long time to get to where I'm at right now. Now, the problem that I have right now, this isn't really a problem, but it's a symptom of this change, this thing that's been, this cocoon that has been cracking, and I've been doing this peaking, emerging thing coming out of this cocoon. The problem is I've learned to relax a little too much. I've read 56 books this year. I've taken up a new hobby of playing bass guitar that I have no aspirations for. It's just something to do with my time. I am working a lot. Like, I have work. Currently, the work that I'm doing is very mundane and not challenging. It's just work that needs to get done so we can hit a deadline. Cool. Let's move on to something interesting, I hope, after this. I mean, there are interesting days. Yesterday, I had a little interesting day. I had to write some code. The other day before that, I had a really interesting day where something broke and I had to fix it, whatever. But the broad spectrum is I'm not fulfilled that way. But I'm financially, just completely financially sound. For the first time in my life, I'm just great. We just bought new furniture. No problem. Here's my credit card. Just pay it off. No big deal. My parents paid for half. We paid for the other half. No big deal. Just, that's fine. Kid needs new glasses. No problem. Kid needs has a huge invoice for band, no problem. Just take care of it. Not a big deal. That feels, and that I think is where my current level of fulfillment comes from. I feel fulfilled because I'm not chasing money, and that allows me the freedom to explore, to just, be relaxed, to be chill, to just I'm not in a position where I'm fighting myself, right? And it's good. It's a good feeling, and I'm struggling with it, honestly. Like, I really am, because I want to achieve. There are things I want to accomplish before I die, but I think that part of me is realizing I don't have to accomplish that right now. I've got time. Like, let's just kind of step through that. Let's just, let's take it easy. We'll get there. No big deal. Part of this thought process, I was listening to a podcast today. I've talked about it quite a few times. Neil Brennan, comedian, does a podcast called Blocks. Excellent podcast. And the idea is to talk to other creative comedy people and see like what keeps them from feeling normal. Like, what is their holdups? And listening to these things, I've recognized there's these people in entertainment, specifically entertainment, I think, that have very fulfilling lives by not doing very much. And I don't mean that to discredit them, but when you think about it, they might work 3 months. Put a hard 3 months in, and then don't do anything for a year or two. By don't do anything, I don't mean that they just sit. They're obviously always working, but they don't necessarily have a steady stream. They're not going to a 9-to-5 job to earn X dollars an hour. They're working by pitching projects. They're spending their own money to pitch projects, to come up with ideas, to, create whatever, and then try to figure out how to sell it. And if it doesn't, that's okay, because the next project will pay, And I realize that a lot of their lives is just kind of, it's so self-directed, trying to figure out what's next. But they don't have to. Like, a lot of these people that he has on this podcast could just stop and live out their days and go on vacations and go fishing and just do absolutely no work for the rest of their lives. But they don't, because I think that work is fulfilling. And I think that I would love to someday be in a position where I could live a similar style, where I get to work on what I want to work on, when I want to work on it, to the level and degree that I want to work on it, and I'm able to sustain myself in that manner. I don't need millions of dollars to do that. Like, not even close. Like, I don't even need hundreds of thousands to do that. The life that I want to live is very non-materialistic. I don't need much more than what I don't need anything more than what I already have, honestly. I mean, the only thing I could think of is if I started to play bass guitar for real, I would need a better amp than what I have to go do that. $600, $700, $800, $1,000, I'd be fine, right? I don't need new tools. I don't need anything to do what I want to do creatively. I already have all the things I need. And so it's not like I need to pay myself $1,000 a week to be able to just kind of chill. That's not how it works, right? I don't need a whole lot to live that lifestyle. I just have to figure out how to get there. And right now, I'm comfortable where I'm at, and I'm going to live here for a while, and I'm going to work at my job, and I'm going to do a good job so that I can keep my job, and I'm going to figure out what that little extra piece is that will start, hopefully building. Maybe it's small time investing. Maybe it's, coin-operated laundry, or maybe it's, renting property. I don't know. I don't know what it is yet, but I think I would like to have that freedom. I just have to figure out how to get there. And that's something that I think is just going to, work in my brain for a while. Maybe I never will, but I think that both Malia and I have aspirations of more with less. And neither of us are materialistic people, and I think we're on the same page when it comes down to it'd be really cool to just have our own business that we can put as much of us as we want into it, that isn't, high demand, and we can make a meager salary and be comfortable and not fight and strive for something greater. I'm living a pretty good life right now. How about you? How's things for you? I would love to know. Seriously, I'd love hearing from you guys. Thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, being amazing friends and wonderful people. I really appreciate you. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Today's word you should know sounds smart is wistful. It's an adjective meaning yearning, pensive, having an unfulfilled desire. I never saw a man who looked with such a wistful eye upon that little tint of blue which prisoners call the sky. Oscar Wilde, an Irish playwright and poet. Wistful, W-I-S-T-F-U-L. I don't currently have unfulfilled desires, but I think this is the first time Oscar Wilde's been quoted in here and I didn't dislike it.